Trucha, ahí vienen los cholos.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, cause I've been living wrong.
What's going on, carnalitos? So yeah, man, here I vienen los cholos. It was our first annual neighborhood party, man. I want to first thank my wife for helping me out so much, and thank a couple of my nephews, Rocket and Little Ed, and also my cuñado Sharky and his wife Lisa, man, for helping us put this all together, and the rest of the homies that came through. It was a potluck. It was the first year we ever done this, and it was a pretty good turnout. I think maybe like around, I don't know, a couple months ago when my sister-in-law passed away, we're at her funeral, and we're talking about how we only get together during funerals, man. That'll be once a year, once every other year, because that seems to always happen to us. Somebody's always dying. Typically, it's once a year, like I said, or once every other year, and we always come back with the same rhetoric, man. We always get together, start having some drinks, and start talking about, man, we need to start getting together more often. We can't just be seeing each other like this. So that was the catalyst of making us do what we did. And like I said, me and my wife put it together, and it was a pretty good outcome, man. We've seen people that we haven't seen in many years. Some guys haven't seen each other for 10, maybe even 20 years. Some guys never even met each other, man. It's a conversation I was having with my homie Rooster. He's I think it was just turned 29, 30. And he's kind of the one that also got me really interested in getting more of the history of my neighborhood. Because he's like, hey, homie, he would ask me certain questions, and I would be like, you know what? I don't know the answer to that, dude. Let me get back to you. And I would make a couple phone calls, and typically I'm able to get the answers because I know a lot of these older guys who are still around. And now I'm just trying to get these older guys with these young guys to get together and know each other, and not in a gangbanging sense. See, that's the problem that a lot of people seem to think it is. It's like in a gangbanging sense. And even then, I had quite a few homies that I invited. They responded to me. They didn't show up, but I truly understand why. They think we're getting together at the park, and the first thing they think, just like anybody else, I those cholos. They think it's a gang thing, and it's not, man. It's a camaraderie thing. It's a thing that back in the days, guys, we're willing to die for this. We're willing to kill for this. Some people maybe for just a week or two, and then they became members. Some people for a month or two, and they just became regular gang members. Some of us were doing that for years. We're willing to die and kill for this shit. But now at least we can try to get a little history of the guys that came before us, why they did it, and why they stopped, why I stopped, and why a lot of guys my age now stopped. A lot of people see us, and I saw it at the park. You see a bunch of guys that are tattooed down. You can tell a lot of these guys are ex-cons. You can tell some of these guys are straight fucking cholos, homie. And people would automatically stereotype you and think, oh, these guys are up to no good. These guys are just fucking low down dirty vatos. But in reality, the majority of guys who were there at the park, they're all hardworking men, man. Some of these guys have their own businesses. Some of these guys have been working for companies for 10, 20 years. They're holding down mortgages. They got their own apartment. They're married with kids. They have grandkids. We have normal lives just like the rest of America, and we have the struggles just like the rest of America, except we got a little more baggage sometimes because of the decisions we made as young guys. And what I was trying to do with this first barbecue or potluck we had was kind of bring all that together, man, and show that there's stages to this shit in gangs. But what we're trying to do, we're trying to show these young guys, and I was talking to a couple young guys there, and I was telling them, look at all these guys over here, man. These guys all work, man. These guys, most of them gone to prison. Most of them have gone through some fucked up shit. But now they're here with their families. They're here with their kids. They're here with the tricycles and their grandkids, man. They're here trying to give their kids a better life. And I'm trying to let you guys see this. I'm not trying to tell you, be a gangbanger, put it down for the hood, do this, get that respect. You don't need to do that, man. We fought in the 90s, in the 80s, in the 70s, even before that. We fought all those years and went through all those wars, and that's what they were. Don't get it twisted. Those were straight fucking wars, man. We fought through all those wars, lost people to the hands of other men by killing them, lost them to drug addiction, lost them to prison, lost them to all kind of fucked up shit, even health problems because of the lifestyle we lived. But now what we're trying to do is we're trying to help our youth, man, because that's our future, brother. 20, 30 years, we're out of this world. Guys who are 40 years old, we're gone, brother. And what we leave behind to these younger guys, if we don't sit there and try to show them the righteous way, the way to make money and not fake money. That dope game, that ain't real money, homie. That's temporary fucking monopoly money. And eventually you're gonna get caught with that RICO, or eventually you're gonna catch a case.
you're gonna go do 10 years like this, homie, and then we'll give it to you. And in 10 years, you're gonna come out from being 20 to 30, from 30 to 40 with no job experience, a record, and really nothing to show for it, man. So what I'm trying to show these guys is the reality of the gangs, but to know that we're still around. And yeah, we made all those mistakes, but we're trying to fix those mistakes. We're trying to learn from our past and have these young guys learn from that past. A lot of times we forget where we come from, man. We kind of move on with life and just keep it pushing and not realize that what we did affected a lot of people back then, and it still does to today, man. You still got youths out here, kids, and this is in every neighborhood, man. You got kids that are still looking at shit we did back then, and they're fighting for that stuff, man. And a lot of stuff that we even fought for, we had no fucking clue. Like I said, we inherited a lot of fights from other people over broads, over somebody giving somebody a wrong look, over somebody fucking bumping into them at a party. We fought and we straight killed each other for some shit that really wasn't that serious, man. I'm not gonna say it was stupid, because it wasn't stupid. It was just something that we thought was normal, and to a point it was. We're not the inventors of gangs. Gangs have been around since the beginning of time. Gangs have been around in America since Americans came. The biggest gang bangers in the world are Americans, man. They came to the United States. They landed over here, and what do? They started banging, homie. They started coming from the East Coast, and they just kept pushing their shit. Louisiana Purchase pretty much not stole the property, got a great deal, and kept hustling. Pushed all the Indians out. Had slaves in here. Latinos were second class citizens, and they just kept banging, and eventually they went all the way to the West Coast. And what did they do? That's their property. They banged all across America, and it became their property. And the Wild Wild West days, that ended out here, in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And then you had Chicago with Al Capone. All those were just gangs in different phases of the United States history, man. So to me, when I hear people say that you Latinos, you blacks, you guys just, you guys are fucking animals, just killing each other. Nah, brother, we learned it from the best, man. We learned it from watching you. But at the same time, I don't see a white guy and say, "Oh, you're fucking racist." Those are crimes your grandparents committed, or maybe your fathers committed. But this is a new day and era, man. I'm not a snowflake either that sits there and gets all sensitive about people saying certain things. I'd rather have the conversation, because if we're not conversating with each other, we're fucking shooting each other, homie. I had a great time talking to, like I said, a lot of homies I hadn't seen in a while. There's history there, man. In my neighborhood, like the Victory Project Winos, man, that clique there's still a few guys left around, but that clique is pretty much extinct, man. They built $1 million apartments there, and it's, like I said, it's pretty much gone. Elmer Dukes, that's another clique of ours back in the days. That's pretty much got sucked up by the NoHo Art District, man. That place is gone. Little by little, all these neighborhoods are getting sucked up by fucking construction, by redevelopment, by gentrification. And we all know it's happening in every single one of our neighborhoods. And the longer we continue to fight with each other and bring our property value down, the more they're going to keep buying that property, homie. The more they're going to keep taking your neighborhoods. And I would encourage any neighborhood who hasn't had a barbecue, a party, whatever you want to call it, your neighborhood birthday, whatever you want to call it, but in a positive way, not in a way where you're having a meeting about beating this guy down or that, because that's not this kind of party, carnal. This is about trying to help each other out and push each other forward, man, and try to realize that we as Raza, we have big numbers out here in the United States, so we really do. But the thing is, we just don't come together. We find a way to critique each other very easily. We find a way to try to downplay each other or kind of hate on the next man. But in reality, what we should do is try to help each other out and push each other forward, homie. All the homies that came by, thank you guys. It was some good shit. We should be doing it again next year, and hopefully more of you guys come down, man. And we'll make this a big party every year just to get together and shoot the shit. So I've been seeing the subscriptions going up quite a bit. The comments are also going up quite a bit, and I appreciate that, man. Make sure to support the channel, man. Support the movement, because there is an actual movement behind this. I'm not here trying to get rich off this. I'm not here trying to get popularity out of this. What I'm trying to do is get those conversations going between you and your neighborhood, and hopefully eventually after we make peace in our own neighborhood, we can start making a little peace in other people's neighborhood, because the longer we keep killing each other, brother, the longer your kids are going to prison. The Murray kids are being fucking buried. Your nephews are being buried. Your nieces are being buried. If you want to go to a fucking funeral for your family members because of the hood, nah, homie. It ain't about the hood no more. It's always been, we just said, no, it's about family, man. family comes first, brother. And the sooner we realize, the better we'll be. Other than that, carnalitos, you guys have a great week. Let's keep pushing this shit. And I appreciate the subscriptions and the likes and the comments. And I'll talk to you guys later, man. Bye.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.